The Bumble Burrito Lord cometh.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Concept Art Megatron. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we got Megs looking all Megsy, all concept-y and whatnot. Concept Art Megatron Transformers. On this side of the box, we have, there we go, we have Megs. On this side, we have another look at that beautiful noggin of his. He is a leader, class leader. Up top, Transformers Bumblebee. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. And you also have, as usual, your very brief bio if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. And that's basically it for the packaging. Then moving right along, here we have Megatron, as he did not appear in Transformers Bumblebee. This is another one of their concept art figures. But yeah, here is Megs, if he would have been in the movie. But yeah, very, very good looking design, in my opinion. But let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at that mega crotch, but at that mega noggin. Oh, there's the mega noggin. It's a very Megsy head sculpt. It's very G1-y, yet very movie-fied. And I think it looks pretty good. Nice red for the eyes. Got that good old bucket head helmet going on there. Overall, I personally think it's a good looking head sculpt. The Decepticon symbol front and center. We got a lot of nice silver. Got to use some gunmetal gray. We have a lot of the kind of unpainted dark gray. Would have been great if that was a gunmetal gray, but still, what details that are picked out in paint look quite good. I love the kind of glossy dark red that they used as well. That really pops. Gives that nice pop of color there. Lots of silver there on the forearm. Some nice detail throughout, I will say. Looks quite good in my opinion. Those Megatosies. Again, some nice details going on there. Moving up the back. Got some tank treads going on there. The Mega Booty. The Mega Back. Again, some nice detail. If all this would have been done in nice gunmetal gray, that would look awesome, but oh well, it is what it is. Then you can see the fusion cannon right here. A big old fusion cannon. Nicely done. Looks quite good. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? Well, I'm going to tell you. His head is on the ball joint, but just due to his bucket-headed nature, you don't get too much wiggly-waggly. He can look up and down a bit. Can't do total squirrel, but, you know, a little bit. And can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You also have a butterfly joint there at the shoulder, so you can bring his arms across his chest, which is quite nice. You do have a bicep rotation. You have over 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. You have rotation at the forearm if you need it. That's more for transformation, but hey, it moves if you need it to move. You do have wrist rotation due to transformation. You do have some inward, a little bit of inward and outward movement as well. You do have some posable fingers. The index finger is on a hinge at the base and a hinge right there, and the other three fingers are just on a hinge at the base and a hinge right there, but those are just one piece. So you get some nice posable fingers there. You do have waist rotation, no ab crunch. Now you can move the crotch plate forward. You can move this panel up, and your legs can get up that high. You can do them high kicks. Do them big old high kicks. Can't move back that far. You can see here, you can move this completely out of the way if you needed to. You can do the full splits and then some. You got thigh rotation. You have a single jointed knee, but you get nice full range of movement out of it. As far as the feet, they can move up, they can move down. There's no rotation, but you do have a good amount of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, Megatron needs only one accessory, and that's his big old fusion cannon. That's all he needs. That's the only weapon he needs. Really. I mean, come on. Really. Come on. What more do you really need? But there is a couple things you can do with the fusion cannon. You can store it if you want to, and to do that, you're going to open this section up right here and just bring all of this back, and then you're going to rotate the barrel. And this is on a double hinge. Just fold that up, and the sight will just go into a little notch If you can see it, there we go. I'm just going to a little notch right there, and it just folds up into a nice neat little package that you can then plug onto his back. Why would anyone do that? I don't know, but a thing you can do if you want to do it. Another thing you can do is you can just take it and plug it onto his back using this post, and then you can just kind of have it over his shoulder. Again, thing you can do if you want to do it. If you don't want to do that, you can just compress this up and use this post instead, and this is on its own hinge. It just kind of angles up slightly, and you can totally have that going on. As always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. And yes, the cannon is a bluish compatible, and we're busting out the purple bluish for this because it's only appropriate. It's really only appropriate. So we can take this and plug it in, and we can do a big old concept mega bloosh. It's a concept bloosh. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Cybertron Bumblebee. Here he is with Prime. They look pretty good together. And here is the unholy trinity of Megatron, Soundwave, and Starscream in Bumblebee movie form, and they look quite good together. And last but not least, here he is with the MT-01 Mega Tank, and this is this company's take on a Bumblebee movie Megatron, so you can kind of see how that works out. And you can see how ideas can differ here, but there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, and I think it looks great, honestly. My one critique, as usual, you can probably guess what it is. We should add some more paint. Just the dark gray. If that had been done in a gunmetal gray, oh, that would have just tied this all together so beautifully. So beautifully if I had some gunmetal gray on it. But overall, though, I do quite dig the design. But let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we want to do is we want to open up these panels here on his forearms. We want to flip his hands in. You do want to make sure that his hands are balled up like that, so they can just flip right in. Apparently I don't have them balled up properly. You kind of want the fingers going over the palm a bit. There we go. You can just flip that in like so. Open that up, flip that in, and close that up. You then want to take these hip skirt panels here and swing them to the back, like so. And we're going to start working on the legs. So you want to take this section here, just bring it out, and bring this all the way out like that. You then want to take this section of the leg and just pop it up. It's on a double hinge. So bring that up, then you want to bring the foot down, just point them forward, and you're going to shift this section back, and you're going to have a tab slot connection that's going to happen right there. So just line it up and get that tabbed in, like so. Once you've done that, take this, bring it down, and bring that wingtip up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, second verse just like the first. And once you have both legs done, you want to take these crotch panels here and just bring them up just so you can grab a hold of thigh section here, the whole leg section, and all this will just pop down like so. Just pop that down like that. Then you can bring these back down. You can take these side hip skirt panels and bring them back forward, or bring them back to the sides rather. And there you got that all done. So now you want to untab the shoulders. They just tab in right up in here. So just kind of pop that loose, and this entire back section will come up. It's on multiple hinges here, so make sure you extend all of this up and back like that. You want to take Meg's head and you want to rotate it 180, and then you're going to rotate this entire chest assembly out like that. And you have these panels under here. It's going to flip those out. Once that is done, you're going to take the legs and just rotate them forward, and you will have a tab slot connection that will happen right there. So just line that up and tab that in, rotate that leg forward, line it up, and tab it in. Now you want to take this whole assembly and just push it down, and it should snap itself into place. Just bring that all the way back. And now we can start working on the turret. Actually, before we start working on the turret, you just want to take these sections here of tread and just pop these out. Have little tabs on either side so you can grab a hold. And just pop those out, they'll snap into place. There we go. Now we can start working on the turret. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the arms and we're just going to swing them in. You're going to now take the cannon here and extend it forward on that double hinge. You're going to then just swing the arms out and you're just going to rotate the forearm in and angle it in. Rotate the forearm and angle it in. And just get all this angled just right so you can tab the cannon into the other forearm right there, like so. Once you've done that, you can get the shoulders tabbed together. There's a little tab slot connection that happens back here, so just get everything lined up and squeeze that together so it looks like that. Just get that all nice and squozen. And you can take the barrel of the cannon. Now this is a case of you can kind of do what you want here. Me personally, I like it so that sight is pointed up, but I believe you're supposed to have it off to the side, so this detailing is on top and the sight's on the side. That's a case of do what you want. It's your toy, display it however you wish. Me personally, I like it like that, so the sight is, you know, facing up. But that's a case of do what you want. Do whatever your hearts desire, but that is it. There you have Megatron in his alt mode. Pretty good spin out of him too. Well, one of his alt modes anyway. This is him in his tank mode. And it's a pretty good looking Cybertronian tank. I can work with it. I think it does the job, and I think it does it pretty well. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Now, granted, there's no real new details per se. It's just Megatron just kind of folded up everything we've already seen, just kind of contorted it in a totally different way. We do get some nice detailing here on the tank treads. But everything else we've pretty much already seen, just in a slightly different configuration. We can see how that turret comes together. I like how the arms make the turrets. I think that works out pretty well, honestly. And it comes together pretty solidly as well. This is definitely the one mode that is the most solid. And there is the top, there is the bottom. He does have visible head syndrome. Hi, how you doing? You know, it is what it is. He doesn't have rolling wheels. He does kind of have like these little faux, like little molded in rolling wheels. It's not even just a tab here on these front treads, you know, but it keeps things from getting scratched up. But hey, he slides like tanks should slide. Hooray for sliding tanks. Sure. And for comparison, here he is with B. Here he is with Prime. And here he is with the Mega Tank. So, there you go. And as far as articulation goes in tank mode, the turret can rotate. Can do a full 360. It's a weird angle, but you know what? It can do it if you want it to do it. And the cannon itself can move up and down. Of course, you can have it do all of the blushing and whatnot. There are some posts here that are bluish compatible, kind of, not really. There's not a whole lot of meat there for it to hold on to. I guess it's extra bluish points because reasons. I don't know. It's yeah, okay. But anyway, all in all, a decent looking tank mode in my opinion. But wait, there's more, because this is a triple changing Megatron. So let's get down to transformation again, shall we? It's back here. So now to get him into jet mode, first what we're going to do is just disconnect all of this. Bring the arms out. You want to rotate the forearms back out. Just the forearm. So rotate the forearm out like so. Once you do, just my tongue stops working. Once you've done that, you want to disconnect this entire back assembly here. Just get this up and out of the way. And now you just want to untab the legs, rotate down, untab the leg, and rotate down. You want to take the hip skirts here and you want to swing them back. And that will allow you to take the legs and push them back up to their original position here. Make sure you snap in. You also want to, I already did one by accident, but you want to take these sections of the tread and push these back down. And now you want to come under here and you want to flip out this section. And there's another section here to flip out as well. Once you've done that, you want to take his head, you want to bring it up just halfway, rotate it 180, and then put it back where it was. And then you take these panels here and you close them up like that. And now you want to take this whole back assembly and just kind of accordion it down. So you're going to bring it down at that base hinge and bring it back on this hinge and then fold it forward at the top hinge. And you do want to kind of angle that chest piece just so everything will drop into place like so. Then you can bring that back up and level it all off so it's looking like that. So now you want to take the arms and just rotate them in. You want to take the cannon here and rotate it 180 and then collapse it back on that double hinge like so. And then you want to rotate the arm in at the bicep this time. So rotate that in and rotate that in, and we'll just kind of leave that like that for now. So now for the legs, we're going to untab the foot here and just get all this loosened out. Just undo all that and just bring that up so you can take this section here and flip it out. And then you're going to extend this section forward and you're going to have a tab slot connection right there. So just line that up and tab it in like that. You can leave that down for now. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to take the legs and we're going to rotate them up, and then we're going to rotate the leg down like that. So same thing here, just rotate that leg up and then rotate the leg out. And now you just want to take the leg and you want to bend it. This thigh piece will also come up. So you bring that down. What's going to happen is you have a tab that will go into this notch right here and should just clip itself in like that. Once you've done that, you can take this wing and just unfold it like so. This piece you can just kind of angle however you want. So this is the part of the transformation where we want to secure everything up, but honestly this part of the transformation is kind of, it's sketchy. But basically the crotch panels here do have a tab that will go into a slot right here. So take that and push that down. Take that and just line everything up and just get it angled just right so it should just pop itself in. There we go. So it's looking like that. Now you have a tab on the forearms here. It's going to go into a slot right here. And this is not really much of a secure connection. It's just kind of like, it just kind of sits there. It's not really any friction. And then you can just kind of angle the cannon in. The cannon does have like a little tab that kind of notches in right there. Again, it's not like a solid connection. It's kind of a place for it to rest. And just try to get the arms sitting in those slots as best you can. This one's just kind of popping itself out, and you can see here that tab came undone. So yeah, again, this part of the transformation is it's sketchy at best. This side came undone as well. So yeah, this part of the transformation I'm not particularly a fan of. But get everything here dabbed together as best you can. That's the hope. That's the dream anyway. And after you've gone through that struggle, there you have Megatron in his jet mode. You get a pretty good spin out of that too. But there he is in his jet mode, and it's a good looking Cybertronian jet. I mean, again, you know, it's Cybertronian, it's alien, so it can really look like whatever it wants to. And who's going to question it? People in the comment section, that's who's going to question it. But hey, again, Cybertronian, alien, it can look like whatever the heck it wants to. But, oh no. It's decent. It's definitely the least solid of the modes. Like, the jet mode doesn't hold together all that well. Tank mode, cool. Robot mode, cool. This mode doesn't like to hold together too well at all. Just this underside is just, that's, again, a whole lot of sketchiness going on there. But let's get in closer so we can take a look at the details. We do have that little nose cone cockpit section there with the nice red. And again, everything we've already seen, just kind of origamied up in a different way. There's nothing really new going on here. We got little wings. And there's the back. And again, you can see how all this is just kind of moving around under there. But there is the top. There is the bottom. That doesn't hold together all that well. He slides like flying things slide. Hooray for sliding, flying things. Yay. And for comparison again, here he is with B. With Prime. With Soundwave. And with Starscream. You can see how that works out. So there you go. Another thing we can do here, if you want to, the instructions do suggest that you can remove the cannon. And if you want to, you could plug it up top. Me personally, I don't like this option because I don't like that it's off-center. Underneath looks better just because it's centered, and it just kind of fills this out a little bit better as well. But hey, as always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. So there you go. And one more thing, you know what it is. Base of displayage. That's right. It's in the box. We know where it is. It's in the box. Get out of the box. Yeah. It's just an excuse for another box throw. You know. Hey! And open it up, and there you have a little scene there from the opening of the movie. You got some Seekers there in the background. 109, Transformers, Studio Series, Bumblebee movie logo, all of that good stuff. You take your Megs, plop them down, and now he can command his troops. So there you have concept art Megs, and yeah, for the most part, very cool figure. The robot mode looks great. My only critique is that I wish it had the gunmetal gray instead of the unpainted dark gray plastic. Gunmetal gray would have really made everything pop. Tank mode looks good, comes together solidly for being a Cybertronian tank. It does the job. It looks like an alien tank, so it works for me. The jet mode looks good, but it just doesn't hold together well. Of all the modes, the jet mode just does not hold together well. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong, I don't know, but yeah, getting that whole undercarriage tabbed together is it's sketchy. But the transformations are smooth for the most part, again, except for getting that jet mode together, but for the most part, it's a fun process getting him from mode to mode. So yeah, all in all, very pleased with this figure, very pleased with it. Room for improvement, definitely, especially with that jet mode. Really, just the jet mode needs the improvement, but other than that, very pleased with them. I really wish we could have seen this design in action in the movie, but there you go. Now, I picked this up from CMD Store, but Big Bad Toy Store did just get this in stock as well. As always, there's a link in the description down below. You can also check out the Studio Series playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Concept Art Megatron. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Why do you always do this? Do what? What are you talking about? You're always changing your look. Oh, like you don't? I do it for science. You do it out of vanity. No, you're just jealous because I look good. I could look good if I wanted to. You have one eye. You can look slightly weird at best. Hey, that! You're right. I look good.